Yo, Ronald Kirkhope here in the culinary laboratory, and I've got a bit of spring cleaning to do. But first, I'm going to make me some lunch. So, I've got my blender ready. I'm also experimenting with a multi-camera setup today, so hopefully this works out. But I'm going to be making that pizza chaffle I was talking about. So, a couple of eggs. And in this goes a fair measure of mozzarella. Now what you want to do is you want to buy the mozzarella that's kind of like a solid block. The reason for this is fewer carbs, better texture. This is going in the blender to give what I'm making texture. I don't have to cut it up much because the blender's going to sort that for me. I'll tear it into little pieces just to help it along the way though. And then I've got a bit of beechwood smoked cheese. This is going in there more so for flavor than anything else. I'll then be adding a little bit of Italian herb seasoning. I'm adding quite a lot of Italian herb seasoning. And a little bit of garlic powder for a bit more flavor, because I'm suddenly madly in love with this stuff too. And then just to make sure all the flavors get brought out, just a little bit of salt and pepper. A bit of Himalayan salt. Oh, I'm putting some mushrooms in this as well. Do not go overboard on the extra stuff you put in this, by the way. You mainly just want it to be eggs and cheese to give it, like, texture. The mushrooms are going in for flavor, but you got to keep a minimal amount in so they don't compromise the texture for what we're going to do. And let's see. I'll put a bit of white pepper in instead of black pepper for a change. See how that works out. Just a tiny amount. And then, with that, the Z-blade has a half blade charge. Now that is running down the sides of my blender real slowly, which is exactly what I want. That is, oh man, it's almost like a thick mushroom soup. But all the other stuff in there is going to make it delicious. What I will now do is get the waffle iron in position. The waffle iron is, get it open. Now this is steaming a bit because I made something on it last night and maybe sort of forgot to clean it. We just pour this mixture in here. I sort of maybe neglected to put any spray on this, but I'm actually kind of hoping the residual bit of grease from what I put in here last night sorts that out. I hope I'm not about to ruin my waffle iron only a few days after I got it, but let's close it over. The toppings that are going to go on this, or, well, I'll say on for now. Got some mushrooms, and I've got a bunch of spinach that are shredded up, as well as a bowl of cream cheese mixed with spinach. Well, a portion of cream cheese mixed with spinach. Because, the more eagle-eyed among you may have noticed I haven't actually shown myself eating any greens over the last several days. This did not escape my attention either, so I'm trying to fix that. I'm one of those weirdos who just unironically likes spinach. Now while that's cooking, I've got a little bit of that marinara left that I made the other day. This ended up splitting into about 3 portions, which means I'm willing to estimate each portion of it about 5 net carbs, probably, once you factor in the onion I put in and all the extra, this insane amount of seasoning I added. Now we can hear the waffle iron sizzling just nicely. I'm just going to open it, see how it's doing. Well, it's not sticking to the top, so that's a good sign. But there we go. There's a chaffle in the making right there. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well, I just got a little bit of the mozzarella shredded to go on this thing. So effectively what I'm making is kind of an approximation of a spinach and ricotta pizza, which is one of my favorite types of pizzas. Well, that and meat feast, but I did a meat feast one of these yesterday, so I'm doing spinach and ricotta today. Well, I say spinach and ricotta, but it's ricotta with big air quotes. All right, oh, that is very much, that is nice and golden brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put on half this marinara. This cheese. You'll notice I'm only covering 1/2. Well, in case I haven't very much telegraphed this by only covering one half, what I'm making is more of a calzone than a pizza. With a waffle, it just makes more sense, I think, to do it that way. Because what I'll then be able to do is get this thing filled up real nice. Get all of that, I'm not sure how much of this is going to be able to get in there. No, I think we're good. We're good with... Okay, no, I have an idea. So I'll only put half in here. Sprinkle most of the spinach on it, like so. Because I love me spinach. Fold this half over. And finally, just going to close this back down. Now, I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Make sure the fillings don't just go everywhere. And real classy usage of this marinara. But what I'm now going to do is put this and also my pseudo spinach and pseudo ricotta, it's just cream cheese, in the microwave. And I'm just going to push the waffle iron down a bit to really make the insides of this thing cook through. And well, it's cooking. Some of it's leaking out, sizzling real good. Get this bad boy plated up. Get you open. Switch both these things off. Ooh. Oh man, what have I done? Oh, okay, nothing. It's just the shape of the waffle iron makes this a freaking nightmare to remove. Might have to rethink the logistics of this. Maybe get like a completely flat waffle iron. Well, a completely flat iron. Oh god, this is just... It's breaking apart, and I don't know what to do. Alright, I think the easiest thing to do now is just going to be to get it from behind. And grab the waffle iron like this, and just flip it straight over. Oh, very nice. That flipped over real good. And look at that, only a little bit of it spilled out and stained the waffle iron. All right, so now we take our heated up sauces. So we get some marinara on top. The final bit of pseudo spinach ricotta on top. Just get it spread out into like little chunks. The last few little remnants of the mozzarella, get them on top of there too. And the last of the spinach sprinkled on top as a sort of pseudo garnish. And there we go. This is a Chaffle calzone. I'm going to go taste test this now. Holy crap. This is one of the most colorful things I've made in a long time. So, see how the Chaffle pot tastes. Yeah, you mostly just feel the eggs in there, but you can see that the mushroom has sort of like altered the color of it at least. The filling is actually cooked through, which is nice. Actually all very hot in there. And let's see, get a bit of mushroom. Okay, I mean the mushroom is mushroom. But yeah, this is all cooked all the way through and quite low in carbs. Most of the carbs just come from the marinara sauce that I made, really, and a little bit from the cream cheese. If I had to estimate, I'd say there's about 5 net carbs in this whole meal. And then a whole lot of saturated fat from all the cheese, cream cheese, and eggs in there. So there we go. This is, I am having calzone on keto and thoroughly enjoying it. And I'll see you soon.